This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
I'm Tim.
Tim, how are you doing this week?
Tom, I am full of the Hanukkah spirit.
Oh, yeah. What is tonight? The second or third night?
Tonight, in fact, that we're recording, it's the fourth night.
Oh, okay.
I believe when this is released, it might be the eighth night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your math checks out. Do the math. Hey, Tim, do the math.
Yeah, I will do the math. So when you're listening to this, Hanukkah will be over. I'm not Jewish.
I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I know nothing about it.
But Tom, I went to see one of my favorite bands, Yola Tango, last night.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I go to concerts. You know this band, Yola Tango?
I do. I never got into them. Like they're the kind of band that like whenever I would hear them, I'm like, oh, I like this band, but like not enough to pursue a formal relationship with them.
You know why you probably couldn't get into them?
Is this going to be an insult about me?
No. Maybe, depending on what you think. You don't wear glasses.
Too stupid.
No, you don't wear glasses.
Uh-huh.
You're too tall.
What do you mean I'm too tall?
You're not paunchy enough.
Oh, no. Oh, I see. This is more of an insult at
Tom,
their fans.
Freaking everybody. It was like a very, you know when you see a funhouse mirror and like it's not bent enough? So like it's just like, that just kind of looks like a guy that looks like me.
Is that just what I look like?
Yeah, and that's what me at the Yola Tango concert last night was. It was a bunch of dudes that like was like, this guy's pretty bad. Like, I can't tell what's different about him than me. Like,
right.
Maybe he's got a slightly receding hairline.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's a little trimmer than I am.
Yeah.
But I hated every one of these people.
Why?
I don't know.
You should.
It made me really think about myself.
You should have been embracing like these. This is my tribe.
Yeah. So they're hip, Tom, and they do. The reason I was filled with the Hanukkah spirit.
Are they hip anymore, though? I mean, that's I've thought about this a lot with bands I like, where it's like I don't think that this band.
It depends on what you're saying, hip, right? Because nobody who's listening to, like, no 22-year-old is going to refer to himself or herself as hip, right? Yeah. So like in terms of like they're not for they're niche, right?
Okay. So it's like more of like a...
They're know-it-alls and they're niche.
Like an in-group type thing. Like, you're part of the club if you like them.
Right.
And like everybody in that club thinks they're cool, but everybody on the outside of the club like doesn't even know they exist and doesn't care, at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
They might have achieved this status where people are just like, I've heard of them, and I just know that like a bunch of assholes like them.
I mean, that's like a more cut to the chase version of what I said my relationship with the band is.
Yeah, I mean, they put on a great show. It was lovely. They do 8 nights. They do a show every night on Hanukkah.
Okay. 8 nights in the same venue.
Yeah. So this was at the Bowery Ballroom, Tom. And they get a different comedian every night and a different opening act every night, and it's always a secret. So sometimes, like, the opening act is, like, big. Like, last year, like, Jeff Tweedy came and, like, opened for them. Or, like, and then, like, sometimes people will come and, like, play with them during, like, Fred Armisen will play drums with them and stuff. It's very nice. It's very cool. It's very hip, Tom. But, like...
What venue was it?
Bowery Ballroom.
Okay.
You and I just saw the miniature tigers there not too long ago.
It's a great venue.
It is.
One of like the few venues left in the city that like, was there 20 years ago or whatever when I was, started like going to shows.
Yeah. Is there a better venue in New York right now?
I don't think so.
Like,
as far as like
size.
I was going to say as far as like small enough to seem intimate, but like not so small that like you can't get tickets to things.
Right. Yeah. It's a good place. One time I saw the Breeders there when I was in college, and I got really drunk, and I told Kelly Deal I wished she was my aunt.
Yeah.
Were you at that show with us?
I was not. I've never seen the Breeders live.
They're good, Tom. I know you don't think women should play rock and roll.
No,
You're just
Tim,
like, they can't feel it. What are they? They're not going to swing around their whatevers.
What does that mean? What is a whatever?
Yeah, that's what you think. In order to rock, you always say, "Hey, you can't rock if you don't have a," and then you're
sock.
cut off, and people goes, "Whoop," and the needle comes off the record.
And old woman goes, "Oh my word!"
Yeah.
No, Tim. I like the Breeders. I've just never seen them live.
Yeah,
the
that's
Breeder. I know the Breeders, and I like the Breeders. They're not a YOLO tango to me.
Yola Tango. YOLO Tango is a real cool band. Along those lines, Yola Tango, they're
Isn't
also
that not grammatically correct then?
why?
Isn't
I got it. It's based on what an outfielder on the Mets would say. He spoke Spanish.
I got it.
And when a fly ball is hit and they go, I got it. He go,
Yeah.
Yola Tango.
Yeah.
And they like baseball. That's part of their thing.
Okay.
But I think there were everybody was paunchy and white and bespectacled and bearded and short there. And then there were some women there, like my wife who was dragged there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
like a lot of wives
Yeah.
and girlfriends that were
Yeah.
dragged there.
Exactly. But then right before it's a very hard ticket to get. Like it's sold out in an hour when tickets all 8 nights.
Yeah.
Back when they went on sale in August or September,
Okay.
right? It's a hot ticket. But
Do
then
they do this every year? The Hanukkah.
they do.
Okay.
They took a couple of years off when Maxwell's closed. They moved to the Bowery. Look, nobody cares.
Are they? Are most of the members in the band Jewish?
I think they might all be. They're not
yeah.
necessarily practicing Jews,
Right.
but I think it's more of a community thing. I don't
just
know.
want to make sure that they're not.
It's not like a sting. They're
What?
luring. Yeah, these days, you don't know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, not like that. I was gonna accuse them of, or not accuse them. I was questioning whether they were, what would you call that? What's the phrase? Appropriating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they come out
Like,
in
yeah, we're gonna
novelty yarmulkes.
yeah,
They
we're
have
gonna make
a
a fortune, off all these people that come to a Hanukkah show.
Yeah, they wear offensive rabbi costumes and stuff. And speak fake Yiddish.
Yeah.
No, I think they're all Jewish. It's all above board.
Okay, good. Do you? I've been thinking about it lately. That I think I'm gonna go to more shows.
Oh, I'm gonna do the opposite.
Well, see, and that I've been that way for a while, and I know you have too. Because we always talk about, and other people we know too, the whole buying tickets well in advance of something, and then when the date comes up, you're like, oh god damn it, I forgot I bought tickets to this. I don't want to do that. I just want to sit at home and drink my Ovaltine or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
I don't drink Ovaltine.
but
I drink almond milk. Warm almond.
Well, yeah, warmed up though. But I think I'm gonna go to more shows.
What shows are you gonna
I
go to?
don't know, man. Fucking nostalgia acts.
Yeah, that's true. I have a rule that I violated last night because I enjoy Yola Tango, and I really wanted to see one of these Hanukkah shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go to shows anymore unless I have a seat
Mm-hmm.
or a VIP pass, because a VIP pass means you can go somewhere and find a seat.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to sit down. I want to stand up for 3 hours. And don't you think all bands, all shows should just be, we're going to play for 40 minutes and there's no opening act?
I could get behind no opening act. Although, you know what? I think it's fine. I mean, we talked about, I don't know if we ever talked about it on the show, but the revelation, not as long ago as it should have been, that you can call a venue and they'll tell you when bands go on.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody doesn't know that, I don't know if you can do that Madison Square Garden. Actually, probably,
you absolutely can.
Yeah, I guess you can do it
yeah,
anywhere.
when I was an intern at Irving Plaza, that was my job, the day of a show.
Yeah.
I'd man the phone. That's part of my job. I also had to sweep.
Okay. Yeah, but you can pretty much any venue, you can call them up and you'd be like, hey, I know it says like, doors at 7, show starts at 7:30. What time does, the actual headliner go on?
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, and it's actually like pretty accurate.
Well, it's very accurate. Tom, I'm not sure if you know this. I'm occasionally in the biz.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be backstage at a venue like this. It's posted. There, backstage, it says, this band goes on 7:15 and ends at 7:45. This band goes on at 8:05 and ends at 8:45. It's they keep it. I hate people in the audience when there's music playing in the house, just like in between bands, and a song will end.
Make a thing go right.
And then that song ends, and people are like,
Yeah,
bring on the Foo Fighters. It's like they're not waiting for that song to end.
Yeah, and also this isn't a Foo Fighters concert. Tim, this week, we're not talking about bands. I mean, maybe we will if... No, we're not.
We already talked about bands.
That's true.
Yola Tango,
I guess
the
I'm
Foo
lying.
Fighters.
Yeah, we covered the gamut.
Yeah.
We're talking about gift giving.
From F to Y.
Gift giving because it's a holiday season. Well, you mentioned Hanukkah. So I guess by the time this comes out, it'll probably be too late.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, it's not really about the gifts on Hanukkah.
As I understand, as somebody who's not Jewish, you get a gift every night, so it seems like it's about the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Sandler did famously say, instead of one day of presents, you get 8 crazy nights, and then made a spectacular film about it. Tom, I did not see 8 Crazy Nights.
The animated was that a DreamWorks animation? Joey?
No, it was too early for the computer animation.
No, but I think it was still it was hand drawn, but I think it was DreamWorks.
No,
Not all DreamWorks are.
Yeah, I didn't read the trades in high school, Tom. Sorry, I wasn't in the biz. No, that was my streak. It broke my streak.
Did Sandler get points on the back end of that?
Yeah, Happy Madison co-produced it.
Oh, it's co-production.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying? Oh yeah, no, I don't know anything about Hanukkah.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
Hey.
The indie rock shows around around the holiday seem very nice.
Well, it doesn't matter what holiday you celebrate because we're talking about giving gifts, and that's what the holidays are all about.
You know what? You say that as a joke,
but
that is what it's all about.
No, it's all about receiving gifts.
Yeah.
It's all about getting those sweet
gifts. So this
gifts.
is about holiday gift giving, Tom?
Yeah. This is like a little bit of an old school etiquette episode because I did a bunch of research.
We got a regular Emily Post over here.
Tim.
Founder of Post cereals.
We don't have Emily Post, but we have her great-great-grandson, Daniel Post Senning, the co-author of Emily Post's Etiquette, 18th edition.
Wow.
What do you think about people like making careers based on great-great-grandparents?
I think it's fine.
You think it's fine?
I mean, not if you if it's like, oh, I'm gonna run a plantation.
Right.
Try to own people as property. That's not a good idea.
But
if it's somebody who's like, my great-great-grandmother wrote an etiquette book, look, literally anybody is qualified to do this.
Yeah.
But I got the name. It's my middle name now somehow, but
yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got to be pretty easy too, right in the 18th edition of that. You probably just have to go and take the E off of old.
But then you put the E in front of male. You take the E off of old, put it in front of male.
And what do you do with the extra P and E at the end of shop?
Well, it's all about phys ed.
All right, maybe it is harder than I would assume. But I found an interview with him where they asked him some etiquette questions, and I'd like to quiz you. I'd like to see what your answers to these questions are.
We're jumping right into these. Okay.
Look. Well, I got a bunch of stuff, but this is just how I'm going to start it.
Okay.
Here's a question. Maybe we won't start this
No,
way.
just look, I'm sorry. For once, it seemed like we were gonna like have a well-planned like.
Yeah.
If I didn't say, "Oh, we're jumping right into it," and then kind of knock you off your game there,
Yeah,
this
like,
would have been
maybe we'll
seamless.
stick around for
No,
another
don't second
20
guess
minutes.
yourself. You're right. It's the holidays.
Yeah, people are here for information. They got to get in and get out.
They're stuck in
They're
traffic
right.
at the mall right now. 90% of our listeners right now
Uh-huh.
are at a freaking mall parking lot.
Tearing their hair out.
Yeah. So look, we got to be a calming force for them.
Here's the first question that was posed to him that I posed to you. I get the same gift from a relative every year, and it's not something that I actually enjoy. What do I do? What would you do, Tim?
What would you do? You get the same gift from a relative every year.
Yeah.
That you don't like.
Yeah.
It depends on the gift and the relative, is what I would say.
What if it's like a fruitcake
from
your great aunt Edna?
Take it. You know what? Here's the thing. It's not about. It's about the spirit of giving. It's not about whether you want something. They did the nice thing. They think it's a nice thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the appropriate thing for you to just accept it and say thank you.
I agree with your assessment more than this guy's. 'Cause this guy's just seems like it's a lot more work. He says, suggest starting a new tradition and be clear about the change in direction. For example, you might suggest a bake-off instead of presents.
A bake-off? Yeah. I'm challenging my great aunt to a bake-off at this point?
Yeah, because she's given you the same present too many times.
It's fine.
You could also try dropping subtle hints about your wish list to this family member ahead of time. And this doesn't sound like that subtle of a hint, the example. He's just saying something like, boy, I've got a closet full of sweaters. It'd be nice to get a hat this year.
No, here's the thing, Tom.
Uh-huh.
I don't like getting gifts. I don't like buying gifts. I don't like giving gifts. I like receiving gifts.
Right.
Is that fair? Is that
Yeah. But
like the more I think about it, I don't really even like receiving gifts.
Because of that? Because you've got to occasionally put on an act?
Not even that. It's just like, what are we all doing? Like I'll get my own. I know what I want.
Yeah.
I'll get it. So like the way I see gift giving and receiving is a way in a capitalist society to uncontroversially show that you care about somebody. Tell them that you care about them, right? And it's like, what's the most annoying thing that you or I ever have to do? Friggin' go out and like procure something, right?
Right.
And it doesn't matter what it is. If I'm just like, I went out because I care about you, I procured something, which is my least favorite thing to do. I had to like plan and like put on a coat and like go to a place and like put some thought into like at least the realm of like what your life is kind of like, and like figure out something that like I'm pretty sure that you don't have. I'm putting thought into something. I think that's just like it's a way of saying like I care about you because I was willing to go through hell to get you this gift. And so when somebody gives me a gift, they're just like, I care about you. And it's usually not something I want. And also it's like, this is awkward. You're just basically telling me you love me, and I don't know how to respond to that.
You don't just respond, I love you too, when somebody hands you a gift?
Yeah, somebody gives me like an ice scraper for
You're
my
like,
car.
Yeah, here you go. I thought you could use this. I love you.
I love you too, as well. I love you as well.
Now let me open this. We have so many holiday parties to attend this year. Do we have to buy a gift for each and every host?
What is his name? Daniel?
Yeah.
What's Daniel gonna say? Daniel's gonna say something small for everybody. It should be thoughtful. It's the thought that counts.
But what do you say?
I say bring a bottle of something.
Bottle of red.
A bottle of white. Something,
Yeah,
mood tonight. When are we gonna go to a goddamn Billy Joel concert, Tom?
Yeah, we should be giving ourselves the gifts of Billy Joel.
You know what? You might have something. Not a Billy Joel concert, but I might have bought you some Billy Joel merch for Christmas.
Well, Tim, I hope for your sake it's officially licensed, and I don't have to make a scene.
It is. It might have been very expensive. I might as well have bought you tickets.
He actually has a great guideline here.
Billy Joel?
Yeah, he chimed in. Daniel posted, I'm going to direct this question to my friend Billy Joel.
And he said, tell her about it. Tell her
all
your
the
crazy
gifts you bought.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was, tailoring his lyrics to the season.
No, Billy Joel doesn't. Oh, you think Billy Joel is going to play a version of We Didn't Start the Fire? He put sleigh bells in. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and
Donner
Rudolph
and Dixon. Daniel says, if you'll be making a quick visit, you don't necessarily need to bring something. I don't really. No, I guess I do make quick visits during if I'm double booked for a holiday party.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do, because that's something you can't blow off completely.
Tom?
What?
When is the last time you made a quick visit to a holiday party?
I mean, I tell myself I'm going to have a quick visit, but if they have booze,
then you wind
I'll
up with
stick
a
around.
goddamn lampshade on your head, Tom.
Yeah, but then I go and make it to the other party. Usually by then, that party's winding down.
You become a burden. So you damn well better have a bottle of something.
And I show up, I have at least a half a bottle of something. But here's where I think he's got a good guideline here. Generally, with hostess gifts, the threshold for gift giving starts when someone cooks you a meal.
No.
What?
Daniel, nobody's ever cooked me a meal. Besides my mom and dad.
So then you wouldn't have to get them anything.
I've never had to get anybody anything.
No. When you're going to a holiday party. So if it's like a friend inviting you to a holiday party, somebody that you normally don't exchange gifts with.
Yeah, but don't you bring a 6-pack?
Yeah, or a bottle of wine or something. But if it was a meal, and we don't have friends that have dinner parties.
None of us have a freaking table to eat a meal at.
Yeah.
Literally everyone we know just eats dinner on their laps while watching television.
Yeah. I don't think I know anybody with an oven that they trust enough to cook something decent in. You know?
My
oven.
I don't like to advertise it, but I put things in my oven.
I mean, I put things in my oven, but my oven's all over the place when I set a temperature.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I had this guy come in, this contractor. I want to redo my floors in my kitchen. Right? This guy, first thing he says, he's like, "Oh, you got your oven right near the window. Hate to see that."
Why?
And of course my wife is like, "Oh no, we gotta." He's like, "If I were you, I'd rip the whole thing out." And he proposed $60,000 worth of things instead of this $2,000 floor
move
job.
this oven to the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. That'll heat things up, he said. And I was like, I beg your pardon, sir.
And put the toilet by the window.
But I really think he just picks out something.
Yeah.
And just says, "Oh, you hate to see that," and won't elaborate.
Right.
Because if he would have come up with something, but I don't know. I just think I think he was trying to upsell us, and I was like, "Get out of here! Get out of my home!"
Well, I don't know why you guys didn't come to me
to redo the floors in my kitchen.
Yeah, Tim, I would have given you guys a fair quote. Wouldn't have tried to upsell you.
You've seen my kitchen. What would you?
The floors?
Yeah.
Put in the same kind of floors they have in a bowling alley. That looks nice.
Wood.
Yeah.
Wooden.
Yeah. But really, wax the shit out of it. Make it very dangerous to cook in there.
I don't see why that would be.
Because it'd be so slippery.
Yeah, but I need to cook in there.
Yeah. Well, be careful. We're bowling shoes.
That makes it more slippery. What are bowling shoes about? Why do you have to buy bowling shoes?
I mean, I guess
rent. I've never bought bowling.
I guess it's so you don't mark up the floors, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's more about the floors than it is the customer.
And they make us pay for that?
Yeah.
So your floors fucking deal with it yourself. Give us the shoes for free.
Yeah.
Pay us to put on your filthy shoes so we don't scuff up your floor.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
The next question.
I hate bowling alley proprietors.
Do you know many? I mean, the person handing out the shoes isn't necessarily the proprietor.
The guy handing out the shoes has no say in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it was up to that guy, he'd be like, take the shoes for free. Hey, guess what? Don't even wear the shoes. I don't have to touch all these shoes, right? It's the people at the top that you can't get to, you know?
Yeah.
People's in that big in the back office.
The people working
Don't scuff my floors. The buffer only comes once a week.
The people working for AMF.
Yeah.
Is that the acronym you always see on the bowling alleys?
It's pronounced AMF.
AMF. What does that stand for?
American Medical Foundation.
All right. The final question I have here that was posed to Daniel. A friend made a donation on my behalf to a nonprofit that doesn't support my values. What do I say?
Is it like did Mike Pence write this? It's like Planned Parenthood keeps telling me that
people are donating in my name.
It depends. What does Daniel say? Well, I mean, you can.
He says, first, thank your friend for the gift, but then ask if you have if you can have a separate private conversation about the donation, and then broach the subject gently by saying, I love that you're thinking about ways to help other people, but there's actually another organization that I'd like you to contribute to.
All this guy's advice is just like gently tell them. It was just like instead of giving to this organization, can we please have a bake-off?
Yeah, I feel like if somebody's donating to an organization that like you don't agree with,
they're sticking it to you.
Yeah. Like I've never
you kick his ass is what you do. Daniel, you know what? These days you can't just kick someone's ass.
Yeah, like I've rarely donated in other people's names, but like I certainly wouldn't.
Rarely or never ever in your life?
Not that I can recall.
Hell, you don't even donate in your name.
Well, Tim, I prefer to remain anonymous because it's
that's very big of you. Yeah.
Well, I don't like a lot of acclaim.
One time I went to an accountant at the end of the year. This was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, you donated to like hurricane relief, what, like $12,000? We'll write that off. I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, but like, we all do this.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think so. That sounds like a bad accountant.
Yeah. I stopped going to him.
I mean, it seems like that's the kind of thing that is very easy to audit. But anyway, yeah, I mean,
I didn't do it, Tom.
Well,
I didn't go along with this scheme.
Well, I'm just saying if anybody from the IRS is listening, wouldn't hurt to look. Trying to get you audited. That's my gift to you.
If your plan was to get me thrown in jail,
just for white collar crime, though.
It's true. I'll go to a country club prison.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine donating to something in somebody's name if it's not a cause that they care about, or like a universally like, oh, this is, the Red Cross or UNICEF, like something not controversial. So yeah, I would say if somebody donates to something like that you disagree with, they're picking a fight. Give them what they want. It
depends, though. I will say this.
Say to them, I got you a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
And I forgot to wrap it. Give me 1 minute. I have to go wrap it.
For the holidays, I got you some chestnuts roasting over an open fire, and then you light their testicles on fire.
Tim, I'm going to switch. I know I started this off very formally with all these questions.
It really set a tone of
professionalism.
Yeah. Congratulations.
But you know what, Tim? Now let's loosen up a little bit.
Take that tie off.
Yeah, I will. There, it's off.
Great. It was a clip-on. That's why it was.
It was very easy to take off. It was actually sewn onto the shirt.
Did you ever have one of those shirts as a kid?
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
It's easier than a clip-on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why aren't all ties just clip-on? There's no shame in that. Oh, It's a long. Oh, I need to wear a longer tie that I have to do work for.
Wait, what?
Why can't we just all wear clip-on ties?
Do you think sometimes people wear their ties at different lengths, and that's why they don't want a clip-on?
I mean, people do wear their ties.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the same tie. Like, today I'm gonna go for a
but
long
like a
tie.
clip-on is shorter than a regular tie.
But there's no reason it has to be, right?
No, because like the regular tie is longer because it's got all that extra slack that then you tie.
Right.
But a clip-on is just the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is
If you laid out a regular tie.
No. I'm saying
next to
once it's on the person.
Yeah, once it's on the person, it's all the same.
Yeah, okay,
that's my argument.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a clip-on looks the same as.
I mean, my argument to you would be: there's nothing stopping you from buying clip-on ties.
They don't make them for grown-ups.
I'm sure you could pull off a child's one.
Maybe.
Just stop by the Husky section.
I did up until like 10 years ago. I bought some shirts in the Husky Boys section back when I was a thinner man.
Yeah, this is for my son.
I had to pretend that we were shopping for my son.
But anyway, I want to talk about some more general etiquette around gifts. What are your feelings about gift cards?
Pro gift card. I mean, this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like everybody knows the game, and you're kind of showing your hand when you get somebody a gift card, because it's like, look, we all know that you can get any gift card at CVS.
Right. Well, you can't get any gift card. I would say that there are
what can't you get at
tiers of gift cards. Like, yeah, if somebody's getting you like a TGI Fridays gift card, like they didn't go to TGI Fridays to get that for you.
Right.
Even.
They're like, you know what Betty would want?
Yeah. But
she loves the Jack Daniel's chicken sandwich.
Yeah. It is pretty good.
They put Jack Daniel. What is it? Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce?
Yeah, it's like a barbecue sauce.
You're like, Jack Daniel's sauce, you Philistine.
Yeah, I mean, what did you think it was? Is cook it in booze?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No. Yeah, but I would say that, like, because I've gotten gift cards for things that are, like, very specific. Where,
like what?
I can't think of anything, like, recent. But, like...
I feel like you're telling a lot of lies today.
Look, Tim, I get gifts all the time. A lot of people care about me. No, but, like, say a store that's not a chain.
Right.
Like,
okay.
like, let's say somebody gave you, like, a $50 gift card to, like, the local magic shop.
Yeah.
Like, you would look on that a lot more favorably than an Amazon gift card.
Definitely.
You'd be like, oh, you know I like magic. I feel like, you know, and this is not a knock against, well, I guess, you know, we're far enough.
I create my own tricks, though, Tom. I develop my own tricks. I don't.
So you give a polite, oh, thank you very much, I appreciate it. However, I do not use any store-bought tricks in my act.
And then I make it disappear into a cloud of smoke.
That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah. I do not want your gift.
I banish it to another dimension.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have to be like, well, you know, I guess that's the way things, the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know where I was going with that.
Is that what the relative would say to you?
Yeah, because they're like, not only did I not get a gift in return, they just like, they didn't like return that gift to me so I could maybe go get my money back. Or at least get like a deck of trick cards.
Yeah.
How much is the gift certificate for, Tom?
In this case, I said $50.
$50?
Yeah.
You could buy a Fire Wallet with that kind of cash.
Oh, can you?
You could buy
How much does a Fire Wallet go for nowadays?
Around $50.
Okay.
When I bought it. I was not in the position to buy that Fire Wallet when I was in college. It was a wallet that when you opened it, fire would come out of it. You'd be like, oh, let me pay the bill. Ah!
Yeah. Oh, my money's gone up in flames.
Yeah.
Well, so in that way, you probably
get
saved a
your
lot
money
of money
back. Yeah, pretty quickly.
It's like, well, obviously I can't pay.
Instead, I just burned my eyelashes off with it.
Yeah, I like the vast majority of gifts I get nowadays are Amazon gift cards, which like I can use them. So it's like great, like you were saying, like somebody gave me a TGI Fridays gift card. I'd be like, well, now I got to go all the way to Times Square to use this.
You know what? I'd like a TGI Fridays gift card. Get me out of my bubble.
Okay.
You know? You go there?
That's what I'm going to get you then. I mean, it's not, I don't think it'd get you out of your bubble either. It's just, a place to eat food.
Yeah, but
Like
I go to all those high-end hoity-toity places, Tom.
Yeah, you want to see how the other half lives?
Yeah, I want to buy some. I want to finally taste one of these mozzarella sticks.
For a while, and I think I've informed my mom that I don't really want this anymore. She kept giving me like gift certificates to a massage place by like our hometown.
Ooh.
But
Why don't
it
you
was
want
like,
this?
well, because it was like,
You don't
then
like people
I got
touching you?
Well, it's like I gotta go all the way there. It's like a whole. I
Yeah,
feel
she
like,
wants you to come visit her.
well, I'll go visit, but I don't want to have to make an appointment at a massage place. It was a pretty good massage. The massage that I got.
Do you have like other? Do you have like gift certificates that you can use? Because I'll take one of those.
No, I use them all.
I'll pay you 25%.
I misplaced a freaking like $100 Amazon card. I'm pretty sure last year, and like I've been like low key looking for it for the past year. Of like it has to be in a jacket or like somewhere in my car. So that's a thing I don't like. And I know for like I'd bet money or more gift cards on the fact that like half the gift cards that I've given to people don't get used. That's a whole big thing with like that they estimate that there's like billions of dollars in unused gift cards in drawers.
Even if it's like $50 gift card and you leave $1.36 on that card, freaking because you only spent $48.
Yeah,
freaking Bezos is getting $1.36 times like 10,000 people that have that exact balance on that card.
He's going and buying a rocket.
Yeah,
with that money.
He's halfway to the moon.
Here's a tip that some people don't know. At least in the U.S., I mean, maybe not in the U.S., maybe it's just New York.
These United States?
Yes. Gift cards cannot have an expiration date.
Really?
Yeah. So if you have like a gift card that has like and not a gift card, but like a gift certificate, like sometimes like local businesses, they'll put, an expiration date. They can't do that.
Even the yoga studio in my...
Even the yoga studio in your wherever.
In my neighborhood.
Yeah. You go in there and make a stink. I'll go in as your lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would probably... Look, there's 2 classes my wife can't redeem because I bought her a 10 thing and it expired.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a net loss for her if she went in and raised a stink and like brought like the New York State like
District
Book of Law. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
No, and actually, I would say that you probably for most places you wouldn't even have to like raise a stink. I think like a lot of local businesses put expiration dates on there because they're trying to just kind of like, figure out their books or whatever.
Yeah.
That they don't want like a million. They're trying to encourage people to use it rather than just sit on it and then one day, a million people
They don't
show
want
up.
any Fonzies there sitting on it.
Yeah. No, Fonzie told other people to sit on it.
Yeah, they don't want any Potsies there.
Yeah. I don't think she would even have to raise a stink. I think she could probably just show up and
What if I want to raise a stink?
Well, I don't think your wife does, but if you do, sure.
All right.
But
I don't think she'd agree with you.
No,
on
she
that,
probably
though.
doesn't want you there.
This is why
raising
she
a
thinks
stink
you're
either.
a bad influence on me. This is why she tells me not to come over here.
Giving.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. What?
My mom gives me Starbucks gift cards all the time. In addition to other things.
I get a decent amount of Starbucks gift cards too, and like a lot of times it's always weird because like I'll get them and I'll be like, oh, thank you, and then somebody will be like, oh, I know how like you just can't get enough Starbucks, and I think like I've literally never talked about Starbucks.
That's what my mom says as well, but so, and I know you didn't say your mom said that, but that's what my mom says too. But
I'm thinking more of ants.
here's the best thing.
Uh-huh.
You load them into that Starbucks app.
Yeah.
And then, like, today I was running late. I couldn't make coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open up your Starbucks app.
Free money.
You got, like, $45 in there. You have coffee anytime for free whenever you're in a pinch because you're always near a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And it's a free cup of coffee. It's like a coffee insurance or something.
Sure.
It's lovely.
I mean, it's kind of like a gift card to Starbucks.
Yeah, but you don't have to carry the card with you.
I will
Loading
say
it into
that,
an app, and then you have this balance, and it's just like, as long as you have your phone on you, you have a free cup of coffie wherever you are.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 cups of coffee. You got $45 on this thing, at least.
Hey, you can be there all day drinking coffee. I will say any gift card, and this goes actually for like Amazon, which is why I'm so mad that I misplaced that card, because usually the first thing I do is just like redeem it into my account, and then it's just like, oh, that's there.
Right.
I mean, that's also why, at least the Amazon example I'm giving, like, it's great for me, but like, I imagine it would be disappointing to the people that give them to me, because if they were like, what'd you buy with it?
Yeah, it's
they're like dog food and soap.
Over the course of like 3 months.
Yeah. Nothing like, no, I didn't buy anything for me to like enjoy or have fun with. Like, I know I bought dog food and dish soap or whatever.
It's as if they're like, hey, we'll pay a portion of your electric bill for a few months.
Right. Yeah, it would be the same if they were just like, here's a Con Ed gift card. It's good for the next 2 months electricity. What do you think about the idea of giving somebody something that you, not necessarily that you want, not a la Homer Simpson giving Marge the bowling ball with Homer in it, but like something that it's like, I really like this, so I do this all the time to people, and I don't think it's good. I don't think like I've ever really, or like a handful of times, but I think more often than not, I miss the
you missed the mark. Yeah. That's why I love buying gifts for my brother, because like we have like almost the same exact interests. So it's just like, I just buy shit I want, and then I assume he likes it. I don't ask him. I don't really talk to him or see him ever. But I think that's. I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I do appreciate, even though I think I missed the mark, like I do appreciate more often than not when somebody does that to me, because I kind of feel like as long as it's not like, and I got everybody this.
Yeah.
Because that does seem more personal. Like, oh, you think I would enjoy this because you enjoy this.
Exactly.
Because that is the problem. Like, so I'm organizing a gift exchange right now. I mean, I guess
you're organizing a gift exchange.
Yeah, like within my extended family.
This is initiative I've never seen from you.
You know what?
Was it your idea?
No, I think it's just, this freaking holdover of like Tommy's the computer guy.
Right.
Like, he knows how to do this stuff. Like, I didn't even know this existed, and somebody else was like, oh, there's like, websites now that do gift exchange. What do you call that? Not White Elephant. Is it White Elephant?
Secret Santa?
Secret Santa. Yeah, like Secret Santa. Because
I hate Secret Santa so much.
I've never really...
Just show yourself. Just identify yourself.
Coward. You identify yourself once you give the gift, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I've never really done
Secret
that.
Santa. I got a Secret Santa in 4th grade. She gave me a model airplane. I didn't want it.
Well, you should have given it. I would have taken it, Tim.
I didn't know you. We weren't friends.
Well, you could have saved it until now. It's not like it would have gone bad.
Probably in my childhood closet.
All right, good. So when you're home for Christmas, take a look for it.
Okay.
No, when I was a kid, like I distinctly remember like my parents and my aunts and uncles doing like a grab bag where they would just, pick each other. And then it was like when I got old enough, when I turned 18 was when they like stopped doing that entirely, which was when I was like, hey, no, I want in on that. That seems
I
like
want that TGI Fridays gift card.
No, I just like, I don't want to have to look, I can't be shopping at the school fair for gifts anymore. So that is really, you know, my pocketbook's taking a hit here.
Yeah.
So finally, like, you know, all my cousins are, you know, even the youngest is out of college now. So it's like everybody's
out of touch.
Everybody's old enough to do this.
Why don't you just all go your own separate ways?
Look, why are we even doing this? Why are we getting together? So I had to organize this year for whatever reason. And
who'd you get?
I got my cousin.
Oh, cool.
Actually, like...
I don't know what a satisfying answer to that would have been.
No, actually, like this was probably like the most ideal person to have gotten, because it's like, oh, I got my like, you know, 30-year-old cousin, the male cousin. So it's like, oh yeah, I could figure out something for him. But I don't know, like on this website, you're supposed to like put a wish list. And then that seems like kind of
what
like...
website is this?
Do we want to give them a free plug?
No, because I think I've used that with my in-laws for the Hanukkah grab bag.
Oh, okay. So you had to buy 8 gifts.
No, it's just one. We consolidated. We only met on one night. But it had to be 8 gifts worth of fun.
Oh, well, huh.
So it was a lot of pressure on that one
really
gift.
Good gift.
Yeah. The minimum was $6,000
wow.
we had to spend. Yeah.
Holy cow. This is elfster.com. Is that what you use?
I don't know.
I think there's a bunch. I mean, it seems like something like I could put together with my programming knowledge.
Well, why don't you?
Maybe I will.
Because
I don't see where the money is.
Blow Elfster out of the... Because the
wish
affiliate links from it, right?
That's probably how they get you. But anyway, but like...
Affiliate links for losers.
But I don't know how to feel about the idea of like putting in wish list stuff. Like, and I'm of course like the one who's like the
You're the original wish kid.
No, I'm like the grandmaster of this. You know, I had to give everybody the link and tell them when to sign up by and everything, which I was actually like amazed that people...
Isn't that automatically generated when you put in people's email addresses?
I didn't have everybody's email addresses.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I had to like...
This seems like a real burden.
You know what, actually? It wasn't bad. Like, it just occurred to me that it really wasn't bad because like everyone in my extended family has an iPhone, so it's just like a big iMessage conversation. Were
people trying to make jokes on it?
No, everybody was like pretty good about like, hey, let's, there are 14 people on this thread. Yeah. Let's keep it.
The day before Thanksgiving, my mom sent out an iMessage to everybody in my extended family. Like 80% of who...
Timmy said he doesn't want underwear this year.
No, it said, people should come over at 2 and we're eating dinner at 4:30 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody...
I didn't get that message, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're not in my family, Tom. We're not related for the last time. But then everybody, for like the next 2 weeks, it was like jokes and bits and commandeering for other bits of like family news. Sucked.
No,
I didn't have Moses. It was like just like some random 516 number. Oh, this is on this thread. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to because if you
I like my family a lot, but I don't want to ever communicate with anybody through text message for any reason.
Yeah, there were a few numbers on there that I don't like. I don't have all my cousins' phone numbers in my phone because like I don't call them or anything. But now I'm gonna add them. But yeah, there were no jokes. There were a few like I don't even know what the hell they were. That I think it was like an aunt, like sent, and then she was like, "Sorry, I don't know what that was." It was like I thought maybe it was like something from an Apple Watch, but I don't think she has an Apple Watch. Like something I've never seen in iMessage, where it was just like a black square and then like animated touches happening
Yes,
on it.
yes,
You
I
see-
get one of those from my mom every so
What
often.
the hell is that even
And I'll
from?
be like, "What is this?" And my mom will be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So who knows where that comes
It's some old person button on a goddamn iPhone.
Just keep them on their toes. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck is that thing? You don't know. I was gonna ask you what that is.
no, and like
I was gonna have you talk to my mom.
I was watching it trying to figure out like what it even could be, like what it like. Oh, this is obviously like accidentally triggered, but like, what is this purposely supposed to be for?
Triggered.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the grab bags exchanges. Ultimately, I think a good thing. Although this one too, like originally when I set it up, like I used the default like $50, and then like people are texting me like raise it to 75. And I was like, all right. And then like right before, people are like, nah, everybody's saying 100. I'm like 100.
I don't even like have some of your phone numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and mostly just like I'm really gonna be like reaching to figure out $100 worth of stuff that you want, and you're probably not gonna like. Just $50 is fine.
I like the idea of you like trying to get a jump on things and buying like your cousin at the end of the day just gets like a $50 gift card and two $25 gift cards to Amazon.
Yeah, it's kind of what I feel like it's gonna happen at the end of the day.
But like each time it got raised, like, shit. All right. All right, $25.
Well, you're giving me a lot of credit for thinking ahead that much. What are your feelings about regifting? Ooh, the dreaded regifting.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. It's great.
As long as like the packaging, like as long as it's not something that's like used and already opened.
90% of the gifts that I get go to my basement storage for 2 years, and then when I'm cleaning out my storage, I go like, well, it's been 2 years. I can get rid of this now. Right? So like, maybe somebody else will get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
A lot of the stuff I was reading, you know, the etiquette guides that were like, oh, like you can't do it because a lot of them were written by the ghost of Old Man Marley.
Wow.
Yeah.
He seems pretty generous. Because like he knows to take
Tim,
Scrooge to task.
You're thinking of Goofy. You're just thinking of one of the actors that played him.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
Old Man Marley was telling Scrooge not to be such a miser.
Yeah.
Right?
Was it Goofy though?
I never saw Mickey's Christmas Carol.
I
only very recently, last year, saw a Muppets Christmas Carol.
Wow. So you're really behind on your Christmas carols.
Yeah. Look, if I haven't seen the goddamn Muppets Christmas Carol, I'm certainly not watching some stuff with Goofy.
Oh, I mean the Disney one, the Mickey one is like, in my mind, like the definitive.
Yeah, go screw.
Dickens ripped him off. Dickens ripped off Mickey.
Mickey's never been in a good movie.
Steamboat Willie, Tim.
I almost bought you, Tom. I went to Target to buy some Christmas presents. I'll tell you what happened, Tom.
Now I'm thinking you bought me a very expensive Billy Joel present from Target.
No, I didn't get you anything from Target. My family, I don't want to say anything, but my wife and I and my parents, we adopted a less fortunate family, and we bought them a lot of things. So we were buying toys at Target.
Yeah.
And the toys section at Target is mayhem. And everything's picked over and nothing is
yeah.
But then perfectly at the end, like one of those end cap things at the end of an aisle, they had a Disney display. And there were like 3 shelves that were a mess, but there were 2 in the middle that were perfectly, fully stocked, nobody touched.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie dolls
that
were just black and white Mickey Mouse dolls.
That sounds pretty cool.
But like,
but yeah,
it's
what kid wants
2018.
that?
Why, like, they're next to like all these like not hip toys, but all these like very popular toys with children and stuff. If you got a child a Steamboat Willie toy,
yeah, They'd be like, why is it black and white?
Yeah, this is depressing.
I've
But I almost got
literally-
you a Steamboat Willie toy.
I think I would have liked
Yeah.
that. Still time for you to go back.
Yeah. But the main takeaway from that is, I'm buying things for the less fortunate. Spend hundreds of dollars on this family, Tom. Hopefully they have a Merry Christmas.
Well, so instead of getting like a Steamboat Willie, you got them like a fourth tier Star Wars character or something like that.
No, I got the little pet shop.
I don't know what that is. I'm
Yeah,
not
me
familiar.
The Pokemon.
Okay, that's a superhero. I assume?
Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know.
A man that doesn't like to be poked.
Hey, that's all of us. Hey, if that's all it takes, then consider me a Pokemon.
Tim, your hilarious joke made me lose track of what I was gonna say.
Well,
the regifting. It was the etiquette stuff was just basically saying like, oh, don't do this because there's a chance they'd find out, and if they find out, they'd be really upset. Make sure there's not a chance they'd find out.
Yeah, give it to somebody else. Give it to a different circle.
Make it the perfect crime.
I want to know what Daniel's social life is like.
A lot of him talking about his great-great-grandma.
Yeah, exactly. And like pulling people aside for private conversations. Look, I'm going to have a delicate conversation. Like, man, can you imagine inviting Daniel into your home? Maybe like at least 4 or 5 times he's going to pull you aside for an awkward conversation that he thinks is just him being up front.
Yeah, you're going to like accidentally bump into him walking by, and 5 minutes later he's going to be like, can I have a private conversation with you for a moment? How much time do we have?
We have like 3 minutes.
Okay, I want to go over a few other things because these are about office gifts. So,
yeah, you know what? Here's if I was Daniel, here's what I would say.
These aren't from Daniel. To
Keep
be clear,
gift giving out of the goddamn office. We're going there to work. We're not there. We're not friends.
Here's some tips. Personal gifts such as lingerie should only be given to a woman by her husband, long-term boyfriend, or fiancé.
That has nothing to do with the workplace, Tom.
Yeah, well, no, it does. Don't give a coworker lingerie.
Mm.
And if you're thinking, well, boy, Tom, that's a real sexist thing to say. Personal gifts such as silk boxers should only be given to a man by his wife, long-term girlfriend, or fiancé. These are also outdated, I guess, because it doesn't include the possibility that you could have a partner that's the same sex as you.
Yeah. Outdated in that, like, when were gay people invented, Tom?
I'm just saying outdated as far as etiquette guides are concerned. Here's one I firmly disagree with. Do not get a gag gift. These usually fall flat and are inappropriate for the office.
What?
No.
Office is exclusively gag gift territory.
I don't think I've ever seen a gag gift fall flat.
No.
Like, gag gifts always, like, even if it's not, like, that clever or funny, just the idea that you got somebody a gag gift is a joke in and of itself.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Do not get anything too personal. Perfume, cologne, or clothing are inappropriate gifts to your coworkers. Now, Tim, I know you buy a lot of the women in your office perfume.
Yeah, I buy them the fanciest perfumes.
Do not accept inappropriate gifts from anyone you work with or from your boss. If it is too personal or makes you uncomfortable, be sure to say...
What the hell is going on? What is...
Be sure to say, I appreciate the thought, but I'm sorry, I can't accept this. If the person pressures you, simply say that you feel the gift is inappropriate and it would be against company policy.
Wow. They don't know what company. What if you work for a porn website?
Yeah. And somebody's just giving you what would be like a...
I don't know, an inappropriate gift, like silk boxers.
Yeah.
They'd be like, you and I, like, work on projects that are...
Well, what if you're both porn actors?
Yeah.
You're both in the porn. You can't be like, oh, so that's inappropriate to give me silk boxers. When, like, you might have had sex with that person in a professional context.
Well, does that make you a fiance?
I think it does.
Yeah.
If giving a gift to the boss is accepted as part of the office culture, you may select a gift that is related to the office. Do not choose something personal unless it is a gift of food or wine. Gourmet food baskets, something for his or her desk, a photo frame, a leather portfolio, or a nice plant are all good gifts for your boss. You can't even give him an exploding golf ball?
Or a cigar?
Or an exploding cigar?
That's how they killed Castro.
That's not how they killed Castro. Died of old age. If somebody gives you a holiday gift, but you did not get one for them and were not planning to, simply thank them for the present. It is far better to accept the person's gift graciously in the spirit in which it was given than to scramble at the last minute to try and match it out of a sense of obligation. Remember, the person gave you a gift because he or she wanted to treat you, not because the person expected something in return. I don't think that's true. A lot of people expect something in return.
Or it's just like they feel the obligation, and then they're offended when you don't feel the obligation as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. They do take it. They're not buying something because they...
Nobody buys a gift because they want to.
Well, nobody buys a... Like, I would never buy a gift for somebody if I thought they didn't have a gift for me, because I would think that would make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting them on the spot. Do not buy gifts that are geared towards self-improvement, such as weight loss videos, exercise programs, or books on how to improve your public speaking skills. It is never a gift to be reminded of your shortcomings. I guess I'm going to have to return that Dummy's Guide to Podcasting that I bought you.
Tom, I'm one of the original podcasters.
And lastly, when shopping, there's another one I disagree with. When shopping for children, it is best to check with their parents before purchasing anything that is noisy, requires assembly, or has a lot of small moving parts. Respect the wishes of the parent if they say a particular gift idea is not to their liking. Nah, I mean the small parts thing, sure, but no, buy him something noisy. That's what you're there for. I'm
fun uncle for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I mean if you're an uncle or like a family friend or something, and you're not buying the kid something that like their parents won't let them have, then look, you're never gonna make inroads on being the fun uncle with
you're
that
there.
kid.
Yeah, if you're the fun uncle, your job is to freaking infiltrate the household with some scummy stuff.
That's why I'm giving my newborn niece exclusively firecrackers for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm giving my nephew drugs.
Wow, just straight up drugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna
prescription or street?
Street.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I think
more authentic.
Yeah, cocaine is gonna make him go wild. Can you imagine a terrible twos enhanced with cocaine?
I can't.
This kid doesn't sleep anyway, from what I understand.
Yeah,
hey, none of this is my problem.
If you like the show, you can find out more at tcgte.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Complete Guide. Follow us on Twitter at Complete Guide. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
Follow me on those things at Your Pal Tim.
If you want to support the show, you can support our sponsors. Check them out. Also, when you're doing your holiday shopping, and you're going to do it at Amazon anyway.
Or even your dog food and light bulb shopping.
Look, whatever you're going to get. Go to tcgt.com/Amazon when you do it, because then that gives us a little bit. You're taking it right out of Jeff Bezos' mouth. That's money he can't use to buy new rockets.
Yeah, he's just going to burn that money as fuel.
Yeah, you might as well make sure it goes to us instead.
Yeah.
And you can also check out...
We'll burn it as fuel as well.
You can also check out tcgt.com/pledge for our Patreon, where you get a bunch of bonuses like weekly mini episodes of things like Fast Food Friday, Justice League Minute, Riverdale Review, You Look Marvelous. I think this week there's a whole new show
about streaming entertainment.
Yeah. tcgt.com/pledge to check that out. How much did you spend on me for Christmas, Tim?
Not a lot. Just here's the thing.
Okay.
When I give you what I give you, you might be like, "Oh, that's it," but it's like, no, there's a. It was expensive in the Billy Joel store.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to.
It's in line with what we usually You and I usually get each other gifts, huh?
Yeah. You're like one of the few friends, maybe the only friend.
I think you're the only friend I buy high five for.
Like, yeah, I mean, I've given friends gifts if it's something like cheap that I've seen. It's like cheap enough that it's like, oh, this isn't like a real gift exchange. Like, I saw this thing that was $5, a gag gift, if you will.
Right. Silk boxers or lingerie.
Silk boxers or lingerie, or just a plant for their desk. But yeah, so now I have to keep it in line. And I gave you a very nice T-shirt for your birthday that I haven't seen you wear once yet.
It's a Tim thing you wouldn't understand.
Yeah,
I wear it to bed sometimes.
I thought you to impress your wife.
Don't try to give me any guff.
Read the shirt, honey. I don't want to hear it tonight. I want to hear your complaints.
Can you turn down the television, the Friends reruns you're watching while we're both trying to sleep? Point to the shirt. It's a Tim thing you wouldn't understand.
I mean, it sounds like she would. It's just you're trying to sleep and it's too loud. That's not necessarily a Tim thing.
No. It's too loud for her. She's asking me to stop.
Oh, I see.
Turn off the TV and go to bed. But I like to hear Ross and Rachel. I like to hear Ross go, "We were on a break," when I'm trying to sleep. It comforts me.
I mean, that's still. I don't think you're using the shirt in the way I intended it to be used, Tim. It's still pretty understandable.
It lets me walk all over my wife. Just point to the shirt.
All right.
Your concerns are not valid.
We'll see you next week.
That was a HeadGum podcast.